Okay, so we did decide that we want to follow this whole. I was about to say free P Diddy. No, this whole Diddy. No free Diddy. This whole P Diddy case. And like we
I just have my phone for references.
yeah. So we're just talking about different things that's going on with the Diddy case because we see it every day. It's always something new. So what I noticed and what I saw was there's a hotline. And there's
that he had me call.
Yeah, I had everybody call the hotline. You didn't call that because I want to make sure it was real. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about it, I want to make sure it was real. Matter of fact, I had one of my fraternity brothers call it, and he called the hotline, and he was like, I said, just call to make sure it's real. He didn't hang up. He sat on the phone and hung up when they came on the phone. So,
somebody actually answered?
Yeah, then they sent him a text message like, yo, they said, I wish I had the text message, but they sent him a text message like, yo, basically telling him, like, if you want to report whatever P. Diddy have done to you, then, this is the right, if you want to set time to talk. So, I saw the actual lawyer that set up the hotline. They have 12,000 calls already.
Yeah.
And most of it was probably like just people just calling, just want to see if it's real, see if it's, people just, and a lot of it's not real, but they have 120 people, half men, half women, who have different stories, and 25 different states of where different things happen. Also, the whole baby oil thing, I think that was, who was talking about it? It was Lil Scrappy talking about. I was watching Lil Scrappy's interview. I forgot what show it was on, and he was talking about how the baby oil. And I never heard that because there's a movie that came out. What's the movie called? I can't remember that movie. I know Zoe Kravitz is in the movie. I got to remember the name of that movie. But they were talking about how the baby oil thing is just like something they put the baby oil in the drink, and it messes with your memory, and you could be someplace for a short time. For a long time, but you think you're there for a short time because the baby oil, it's just crazy. They put it in the drink, and it was 1,000 bottles of baby oil. They talk about it messed with your perception, and then they had horse tranquilizers that they found where horse tranquilizers. So, dude, and then he does have a new judge for his case. New judge because he's still trying to get out. But dude, they found 120 new people. I don't think you're getting out, brother. Do you have anything that you want to say?
I just want to add that he's being held on 3 different charges, which is racketeering, conspiracy, SA, and transportation of women. So he's locked up in Brooklyn right now. He's trying to assemble a dream team of lawyers in order for him to get bail. He tried to post a $50 million bail, but they turned him down 2 times, and he's trying to get a 3rd time, trying to post bail again. So the judge won't let him out because the judge believes he's a flight risk, and
they got a new judge, right?
Well, he's trying to get appellate judge. How do you say that?
Appellate
judge
yeah.
to overturn it.
Yeah.
But they don't think that it's going to be possible. But because the judge feels like he's a flight risk and he could, intimidate, witnesses or whatever. So they won't let him out. So yeah. So
okay. All right. How do you feel about that?
They gonna have to make me a believer in this whole thing, man. Because the racketeering, that would suggest that there's some kind of like criminal enterprise that he's running.
Yeah.
I just don't believe Puff was running no criminal enterprise. Was it some freaky stuff going on probably at these parties and all of that? I'm sure of it. People go to parties all the time and take drugs and there's sexual stuff that goes on. But I don't, as far as the racketeering, they're just gonna have to make me a believer. That's all.
I think the Cassie thing and just different things that he's done over the years. It's a difference between being a bad businessman and being a criminal, right?
Right.
But if let's say he was trafficking women from different states for sex, for whatever. Can't say the word on YouTube. It's illegal. It's illegal. There's different things that I actually have heard because it's all alleged right now. So
Right,
I can't, I'm not judge nor jury. There's different things that I have actually heard that that is not making it go in his favor right now, as far as the courts and as far as just popular opinion with people.
Yeah. And plus with because I don't want to compare what I've done to the magnitude of this case. I've served on 2 juries, and they always say when you serve on a jury or whatever, there's always stuff that they don't let the public know, or they don't put out to the public that people that's on the case or dealing with the case that have privy or whatever. So I feel like they probably keeping a lot of things close to the vest and not letting people know everything that they have. And I mean, if he was willing to put a $50 million bail and they denying him, they must have some.
Yeah, I really got to see what they're talking about. Like you said, really got to see what they're talking about first, because they gotta have something.
Yeah,
They gotta have something, dude. And it's kind of like it's not like a state trial. You know what I'm saying? It's a federal trial, so they're not gonna tell us everything that they have. So we have to wait to see what they have before we actually make an opinion or say what should actually happen.
Yeah, well, I mean, all we have to go off of right now is the indictment.
And the indictment.
I mean, and then another thing
And personal
too,
opinions.
with racketeering, what is it? Is trafficking, racketeering, and what's the other charge?
Transportation.
Well, okay, so just with racketeering alone, I've never heard of one person getting arrested on a racketeering charge.
It's
It's
a
just like a
business.
collective of a bunch of people who may have been involved in this so-called.
But they have said
enterprise.
that there's other people that's that's being.
Because usually it's like a sweep, right?
Yeah.
Like when the feds come and they grabbing up everybody that's involved in this criminal enterprise. That's how I thought it always went. But now it's like, oh, they only got Puff, so it's like all the attention is on him.
Well, didn't the lawyer say some of the names that's going to come out is going to
Yeah,
surprise
yeah.
people?
There's they said some names that come out is gonna surprise me. So we gonna and hopefully it comes soon. So I mean I don't know.
Yeah, man, that's I don't know. I mean, all we can do is sit back and watch.
And watch and see what happens. So we're gonna keep y'all posted on if we hear anything else. Which we hear something there every week. There's something new. So
Every day.
we'll keep it posted.